The Justice League. 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 The Justice
All right, all right. This is Skate Talk, our first official show with, as you heard from the intro music, the Justice League. I am the host, DK to BK, Dark Knight, here in Gotham City in the Batcave. I want to take it to our DJ and Sergeant at Arms, the Superman, Man of Steel. He's getting busy in the Fortress of Solitude in Smallville, and now we take it to planet Oa, where the Green Lantern resides in his lantern. Our software engineer for the show, Scotty Too Hottie, John Stewart, Green Lantern. We all here. This is the Justice League, live and direct for Skate Talk. What's going on, fellas?
Man, nothing much. Nothing much. The best part of a long day.
Well, you ain't lying.
Yeah.
You got 20 days.
And ain't nobody had no Folgers.
Right.
So we just want to let audience know, those who are skaters and for those who are not skaters, that we are the Justice League Rollers, an entertainment skate group that has been skating world renowned almost now. Parties we've hosted out of town to workshops. We have a lot of routines that we do in our skating. So that's just a little bit of our skate background and things that we have done. But we're a group that we reside and rep St. Louis, Missouri to the fullest. And this is a show where we just want to tackle and have this platform of, skating, the skate world. There's not a platform, I feel, that a lot of topics and things that happen in the skate world can be discussed, whether it be St. Louis or whether it be, anywhere else. We wanted to create, I think, from my perspective, a long time now coming where there's a platform where we can talk about those issues and things that happen at the skate rink.
Facts.
We've been skating together, guys, for a super duper long time, so the topic probably of our show starting off today is probably just going to be the timeline of the Justice League, kind of how we got going, how we got started, meeting each other for the first time, and all the members of our group, past, present, to this day, where we can give, shout outs and, just how we got it going in the skate world for those who don't know, Go ahead, James. Kick us off with a little bit of something of, how you came into play and of, the origin from your perspective. We'll all give our origin stories, so to speak.
Man, I got back into it because I used to skate back in the days and then just got back into it around 07. And was just messing around. And as I was messing around or whatnot, getting back into it and buying wheels and all the rest of that, I ran into our member Naomi, aka Hawk. I ran into her or whatnot, and you and her were already kind of sort of clicking, you know what I'm saying? So bumping into her or whatever and checking out, I was like, all right, that was a good move. And she was like, yeah, everything is cool on this end. So we kind of sort of, started interacting. And then me and you, B, we started to interact through her because of something that was going on. It was like a reference to a movie, and it was like, this motherfucker know the movie. Like, yeah, this motherfucker know the movie. So it was like, yo, your name, man? Like, I'm Brandon. I'm James. What's up? And we both kind of sort of came in at about the same time, and we've been on it ever since then.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Scott, go ahead and kick off the origin from, when you start rolling and got linked up in with us crazy fellas.
Oh yeah, well you know I've been rolling since what? 94. 94 was when I first started skating. I actually didn't even think I would ever skate. Yeah, I remember that story I told y'all where that fat lady fell on me when I was a kid. Yeah, so I had nightmares about that. I never thought that I would be skating again. And then all of a sudden I got a job at the Palace and at Saints, and it worked itself out. But I think I ran into you all. I had just graduated college, and I decided to come back skating and getting back into the groove of things and remembering who people were, because I was gone for quite some time, considering the fact that I was in the military and then I was in college and coming back. And what was I, like 32 when I came back to St. Louis? And being at the rink, I didn't know who to really talk to. But me and Naomi, for some reason, the main person in our stories always leads back to Naomi.
I agree.
Right.
And I remember me and Naomi, we just started talking out the blue. We were just standing next to each other, and I was laughing at something, and she looked at me. She was like, "What you laughing at?" And then it went on from there. So then after that, James rolled up, and Naomi introduced me to James, and it didn't really do too much. I mean, we were just cool because that was the intro. But then I found it, because the last time we discussed this, I started remembering what exactly happened.
Okay.
And then it was at the party that Naomi asked me if I was going out of town. I was like, man, I haven't been out of town to a skate party in so long. So I went out of town, and then that's when I ran into James again. And then that's when James introduced me to you.
Okay.
And then that's when I noticed, I was just like, yeah, this dude he don't talk much. He either don't talk much, or I said something that he didn't like, but I didn't know what the deal was with you. But I was just like, this dude keeping people at a distance. I can see it. Anytime somebody came up into your conversation, you'll look. And I was like, yeah, this dude different.
Yeah, I was a little bit different back then. I wasn't too trusting the people and stuff. We didn't even when me and James linked up before all the Justice League, we didn't even like going to the meet and greets. We were literally just
I know.
Yeah, we were literally just like, I'm here to skate. I'm not here to meet a ton of people. I don't like talking and sharing all of that stuff. We here to skate, and we go home, meet and greet. Nah, I'm here to skate, learn some routines, do what we need to do, go on back, have a good time. So yeah, I was a little bit different then.
Yeah, you was a different dude.
that was me in the 20s.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I was like straight coming onto the skate scene, looking for something, to keep me kind of occupied in what I was doing, and always been a fan of music and career in dance and all of that. So, I put the two together. I was like, let me, get back to skating. I did it as I was a kid. Got back into skating, was, heavily going, 6 days a week, just trying to get it like I saw it out there, and get into that feeling of inclusion in the rink. When nobody knows you, you like a ghost. When you're first coming into the rink, if people don't take to you and everything like that. So one of the people I noticed off the rip was Naomi. Wiggy for life. I mean, every time I was at the session, Naomi was there. So every time, we talking about 6 days a week, we were going to skate. One person I saw all 6 times, every time I was skating was Naomi.
Yeah.
So we just happened to be coming in together at a session, and I'm like, look here, either the two of us ain't got no life, or we just really want to get this skate thing in. We really love skating. And
Good.
she laughed, and I mean, we linked up like, brother and sister from then on. We was the dynamic duo, me and her. Uh,
Mhm.
Through her, we had another member, and we already called Naomi as our hawk girl in the group. So Naomi linked in another member of our group, Fran. She was our Zatanna of the group.
Mhm.
She linked up, and it was us as the three amigos. Uh, we were going skating. I went with them to my first out of town skate party to Arkansas. We went there. I mean, we had a good time. So, and shout out to Arkansas for their parties and what they've been doing. So, that was a first out of town party I went to, and it was with those two. And from that moment on, like James say, we were all three of us were out. James came into the picture. We linked up right off the bat, bada bing, bada boom, just started noticing, things that, I only thought I would trip off of. And it was like James was right there with it, knowing exactly what it was,
Mhm.
you know. And it just, when you get that type of person that knows those little things that nobody else trip off of that you do, and
Yeah.
y'all just link, you just zinc with that person. And then, like I say, we were on an out of town trip, all of us. And right when I remember like accepting Scotty with GL into the group was when we were out of town in Huntsville, the Huntsville, Alabama party. And I noticed that Scott, we went to Walmart, and Scott was there. And the Huntsville party is in January, so it's cold. Even
Right.
down south for Huntsville, it's cold. So it was always the first party of the year to kick off the new year. And notice Scott, after me fuming about being left in my hotel room by the crew that we had, we didn't eat all day. They went to the meet and greet with the car van I rented for everybody. Um, Went to the meet and greet, went and sat down and ate at Orion's, you know, and I mean, left in the morning time and didn't come back till night. And then one of them still needed to go somewhere. So I'm fuming by this point. I can't think of nothing but killing everybody. But the one thing that I noticed was in Walmart, I'm like, who is this guy with a t-shirt and shorts on? And it's 30 degrees outside in Huntsville, Alabama, and he is not flinching. Cold is just splitting off of him. And I'm like, dude, where's your coat? Where's your clothes, man? You crazy or something? And this dude say, man, I've been in Michigan, man. This ain't nothing. I'm cool. So I was like, okay. Anybody, anybody that can be in the cold with 30, it's 30 degrees and you got shorts and a t-shirt on. Hey, that's the guy you gotta keep an eye on right there. It's, hey, shit, we need that guy on our team right there. I don't know, that's
Oh,
tough.
shit.
you know, you the rest of you skaters out here be cold when it's 50 degrees and stuff like that. This dude was t-shirt and basketball shorts, 30 below, and was just drinking water he on the boulevard in California, like it was nothing for him. So that's when I really tripped off that dude. I'm like, that's tough, that's mad respect. He may have pneumonia and may not remember shit after this, but we gonna rock with this guy.
Oh
you
man.
know so through that, we had another member that came along, and the three of us, once we like really got to going, we were like three peas of a pod. I
Yeah.
mean, we really picked off each other's
Mhm.
brains, finished sentences, understood what each other was saying.
Mhm.
We never had any jealousy or anything. about anybody. Everybody was a dominant force and an alpha in their own rights.
Yeah.
So we all kind of clicked, and we had another person that came into the mix, JJ Flash. He came into the mix, and we went out. We were really, he was another addition. Somebody, of course, I had to, again, to keep at a distance to just kind of check, how he was and everything. But
Yeah.
he fit into the group, and he was like the mouthpiece of the group. I mean, he would yell the Justice League slogan and all of that when we finally came out and made the group official. But and he would tell people to move out the way and all of that good old stuff.
Shout out to JJ.
So definitely the bearer of arms with the group. But yeah, when we all kind of got together, we kind of got the nickname of the Four Brothers, and from shout out to DJ Slim who gave us that name.
That was Slim.
He gave us the Four Brothers, and the origin of the Justice League came from the actual Justice League video game that we would play religiously right before a session at James, super duper man's crib.
Every
we would get together before a session and play that game like religiously.
Every Sunday.
Yeah, and Wednesday at the time we were going to the Hall of Justice down at St. Nick.
Yep,
so
you're right.
Wednesday, maybe even a Monday, sometimes we would go over there. So we were just religiously playing that game.
And I still got that damn game. I still got the same.
We need to beat Young Justice too, by the way. We just throw that in there. But so I just came up with the idea at the time because we had been skating now, just as pioneers together for a good little minute. We weren't really sold on becoming a group because we just saw, a lot of groups, the downfalls and the problems and issues of other groups before us, in St. Louis and in the rinks and things. So we were just like, no, let's not do the group thing. Let's not do all of that. Let's just have, our own little inner, our inner little circle, our inner little code names and stuff like that. We've been playing this game. Let's code name ourselves, And we started off with the code names and started calling ourselves that. And, the rest, we came to the decision that, we wanted the girls who kind of, were linked up with us, definitely Naomi, Fran, we linked up with them to go ahead, and we decided at a St. Louis National Skate Party to unveil a new St. Louis group. So we did that with the shirts, and I was a little, skeptic about throwing the party, coming out as a group. Because I didn't know how people would take to it. We doing the superhero theme, that really nobody else was doing at the time. It was, now that we look back on it, was like brilliant because it was something that nobody did, but everybody loved. When we came out and did it, everybody could see it. It fit. It was perfect. And that was the dawn of the Justice League. And you guys say that was back in like 2009, when we kind of came out at that Skills on Wheels in 2009. So
we was rolling by that time. By the time we did that, we was rolling for a couple of years.
Right. Okay. Right. I remember too the big start of our popularity skating all together is when we did a trip to Memphis. It was, I believe it was Rolling Wheels for Memphis party.
It was.
And big shout out to Rick, man, and Rolling Wheels in Memphis, man.
Yeah, man. The one of the greatest parties of the year. And when it was when they were really doing that full fledged, and had the rink with the poles in it, and we saw many disastrous crashes.
Assassinations.
Sister Lisa gets my favorite crash and burn on that for the poll. I never forget that. But definitely that party we was just in a mind frame to just come out and just get it and have fun.
Yeah.
And everybody looked at it and just complimented us that, hey, you guys, we heard you guys went to Memphis. When we got back,
Yeah.
people were talking
We
about it,
weren't even back there.
and was like, you guys went there and killed it. Like, man, dang, y'all, okay, that's what's up. Y'all got it in. So, we really got, word of mouth through that. And that's kind of what kind of gave us, I think, that motivation to go ahead and, okay, let's make it official. Let's go ahead and do the group,
Yeah.
Yep.
And there it was. So, throughout the course of us, having that group, one of the things that I noticed too when we were going out of town a lot is that some of the groups had females in the groups that could skate, just as well as the males, and I know we had, Naomi and Fran, but we wanted to add some more power to the group as far as on a female level, because we were kind of dominating the girls.
That was the perfect word to use.
Yeah. Yeah. So right in as we go for power, we got to shout out. I'm shouting out the government name for her. I know she's going to kill me if she ever see this, but Sarita Esters, Riri, Rita, she was our AKA Power Girl. She was somebody who, when we was at the rink, she came in, she liked anything we was doing. She was right up with us, front and center, swag, swag out the ass, drip for sale. She had it, fit just right in with us rolling. So she was definitely the first member that we wanted to put in and get them going, to add that flair that both females and males could look at our group and have, eye candy, have people that they could connect with and see like, oh, she getting it. Oh, he getting it, whatever. We had a little bit of everything. So, Rita came on, and I don't know how y'all felt about her. I felt like Rita was, she was a powerhouse as little as she was. She came in as a hard hitter, for the group.
Oh, she was killing it when we saw her when we was actually recruiting her. Long before we actually came to think about adding females to the group, we saw her just killing it. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Everything like you said, as far as her swag and her whole movement or whatnot, and how she was just real graceful and real smooth with it. That was like, yeah, that she dope.
And the confidence that came with it.
I swear.
Just had a different female, just a different female swag of confidence and sexy, all rolled into a little Tootsie Roll. That was her, So, so yeah, Rita was definitely a powerhouse choice. This next member, I mean, forever will be in our hearts and minds. Tracy Drake, she passed away, but was definitely somebody that we were looking at, and I mean was a lady alpha in her own rights, because she was already with a group, the Archangels, who, they were getting it and killing it and doing their thing. But we brought her over to the dark side. We just knew that, she would be a just a great addition. Just her energy, her swag as well, just her personality, it fit with us, So we went ahead and we recruited. And I mean, I know it took me a while because I wasn't sold on the fact that she was gonna leave her group. But when I tell you, Green Lantern was like a agent, a skate agent that was like recruiting. He like was on her constantly, like, come on over to Justice League. You know you want to come over to Justice League. I'm telling you, we got a place for you. We're gonna have a shirt made for you right off the gate. But I mean, he was an agent selling, hitting her with selling points to come over to our group. And she made the jump, and we had the shirt ready for her. We did the post.
Yep.
We might
she
well
was
call
just,
him Suge Lanner, because that's exactly who the hell he was. He was Suge Lanner.
I mean, he was, and I mean, it was funny because the idea of adding more girls, he was not a fan of at first. He was like, I don't know about this, but if it was one girl in particular that he wanted, he sought after, and probably was the sole reason Tracy Drake came on over to us, So, that was in his right, in his honor, that was all his initiation. I was big for Rita. I just knew, I was like, at first I was all for Tracy. I was like, it'd be great because Tracy would even come do routines with us and kick it with us and everything like that. I was like, she fits perfectly.
Hey, who has that video where we was working on that move that I had made up?
It's on the timeline. It's on the timeline.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Add that to the page.
That was, we named that after her, and we want to continue to post that and finish that that routine, that move. And like I said, Tracy Drake, we was it really took a lot out of us on that. That was a good member and a friend. So we miss and love her dearly. Like it says down there, forever Vixen. When we recruited her, she was the member that was like, I know who I already know my character. I got my character.
Yeah,
that was the thing that drew me to her, because
and
like
she chose Vixen out the gate, and it was perfect. It fit her. I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Yep.
Wow. I'm impressed on that, so just the fact that she did her due diligence and went and found a character, like we didn't have to dean her a character or whatever like that we thought she should be. She went and found her character, brought it to the table, like, this is who I want to be. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom, it was done. So
right, exactly.
Vixen, love you. We're going to continue always to shout her out in this show that we do, because she is still a member with us. Love you. And so next, we move on to another member of ours. We got to give it up for Margaret. She was the last one we added on. Margaret, too, a member of another group.
Yep.
Most Wanted, STL's Most Wanted. So definitely Margaret was a powerhouse in that group. Definitely, skated a lot with us. We already knew Margaret was a wild card. Margaret likes to, be seen with, dress. And we was like, oh man, we gonna have to come with some stuff to keep her, because she gonna want to show out and dress off and everything. So we knew it was going to be a bit of a challenge to get her going and come on board. But, Margaret's been out of town with us, and, she is, by all rights, one of the best female skaters. I think one of the best in St. Louis. Regardless of how little she skates, she can come back in a week or two. It's like she ain't been gone long. She will adapt and get it, and just talent just oozing out of her. Sex appeal, 10, skate, just talent, 10. So it was a no-brainer. Anybody, to get her in a group, it would be a no-brainer. She's everything a group member could be,
Right.
So Margaret was our Wonder Woman of the group. So she came in, gave us, with those three powerhouses, we would come out on sessions and parties, and it was knockout by far. I mean, with the talent that we had, the chemistry, the shirts, I mean, full-fledged we definitely became a powerhouse group in St. Louis. So
Yeah.
with all the members that came out and did their thing, shout out. We salute all of y'all because y'all was something else. We were something else all together, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely seeing everybody together was one of my highlights. I mean, that's probably what skating wise, I felt like 20 times the skater and the had the most fun when we were all out. So I don't know how you guys felt, you know. I'll shoot it out to James, you know. How did you feel about it, you know?
I'm happy that we had that opportunity to finally do it, especially with the updated shirts that we ended up doing, the ones that we actually broke out in Memphis with all the logos and all the rest of that stuff on it, and had our logos and all the rest of that on them. It was great for us to do that, for us to do it in Memphis, but it was even more better for us to do it here at home. You know what I'm saying? All of us here at the house at the same time, and I'm glad, because that was probably only one of the times that we actually all were together and we all got a picture of.
Yeah.
And all of us together in that group picture, that was worth a million words, man. I wish that we could easily get that moment back, but you know, again, because life takes us in different directions, and we lost a member, we lost one of the key people in the group as far as the women and as girls go, and just in the group on the whole. But man, that was great. That was absolutely great. That was a moment in time that was captured, and if you wasn't there, you missed it.
Facts.
Absolutely. Scott, how did you feel about it, man?
I'm lost.
About just all of us in general as a group when we were all linked up, you know.
Oh man, once we got together, man, I think that was the most amazing point of this whole thing. For us to go from not wanting to be a group to eventually turning into a group to eventually, you remember when we said, man, we're not doing this to try to be known. We ain't trying to be seen. We just want to go out and skate. And,
not at all. Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, I mean, for instance, you two hosting shows, hosting events, and then it's like when I go out, I got Justice League on the whip, or I wear the Justice League shirt, and people know what that is. That's amazing to me. That's amazing to me, because if somebody and they say, "Hey, is that the skating thing?" and I'm like, "Hold on, wait a minute, what you talking about?" Like, I know you don't know me, but apparently you do know me. So, but yeah, so I mean, it's turning into something that we didn't expect, that we didn't aim to do, but it's making it even more enjoyable because now we all enjoy it together.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And then just speaking in general, when you talk about people don't know you, one of the things, and we're going to just go ahead and go into this before we kind of do our wrap up, but one of the things as core members, Scott, that I always felt that you brought to the table and appreciated this about you, Green Lantern, was the fact that you had knowledge about the skating and just in general, just had kind of been that person who had, you know, the archives of people who had been doing stuff. And, you know, we would come to you like, who was doing this before? And you would say, you know, names like, oh, Chester and Antonio was doing that dip. You know, they the ones who got that popular, or whatever the case may be. So it was just, you knew things because you had been on the scene. You brought a coolness to your skate game. You know, it was just, you would be in that cool mode when you rolled. And it's something that even I would emulate at times because you were so cool with how you rolled. It was nonchalant and it was cool. It was your style is, I mean, I was just happy to have somebody that had just different takes of skating, who was that cool person who knew I could look at them, and if I was on 20, I know to bring it down about 5 just to kind of mellow in. I mean, it was good to have that because, you know, you just want to kind of, you know, make sure you don't overboard, do some things. And even at level 5, you can still be looked at as a level 10, you know. And we saw those things and those characteristics, and I know at least I did, And like I said, you brought that knowledge and that coolness to the group. And thank you for that, bro. You know,
Appreciate
that's something that I think helped us in many ways, you know.
I appreciate
So
that, family. Yeah, because
appreciate
I mean, you have to look at it this way. Like I said, for some reason, like you said, when we all connected, it was something in us like we knew what each other was thinking. Like you said,
yeah,
we would finish sentences knowing I already know where you're gonna go with this.
absolutely.
And it's like it worked skating as well. It was
Yeah.
like we'll do something, and all of a sudden we'll all think, hey, we can do this. We can do this. We meshed, like not even trying to mesh. It just happened. And and
Yeah.
and and my point where I'm trying to get to is a lot of that though, because you know me, like you said, I try to be too cool sometimes to where I'll see something. I'm like, man, I don't want to do that. That don't look right. That was my favorite word. It don't
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah.
I ain't doing that. It don't look right.
Yep.
Y'all can do it,
Yeah.
but then you and I, we used to talk. After we leave the rink, we'll be on the phone. He was like, man, you got to do it, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna look right. I'm telling you. And I said, all right, I'm gonna do it. And he was like, if it still don't look right, you don't gotta do it no more.
Absolutely.
Yep. And I said,
Absolutely.
okay. I said, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna give it my all, just so you can see that I'm giving my all. And if it don't look right, I'm done. That motherfucker turned out and looked right. Turned out and it was looking right. I was like, damn, I should have been doing this. So,
Yeah.
so I'm telling you, your confidence in us and your vision, seeing that you know what you can pull out of us, that was really big on this whole situation, being Justice League, because
Real.
I mean, I don't think we would read off of each other if you didn't see certain things that you saw.
Oh, thanks, man. You know, y'all made it easy to, you know, y'all had the talent and like you said, we just saw certain things and it was easy to bring it out. And sometimes, you know, you would fight it a lot and we would have our talks, you know. And
Yeah.
one thing I knew, just having the background in dance and
Mhm.
you know, going in auditions and just looking at a lot of things from a choreographer, a dancer perspective.
Mhm.
Something looks good when one person does it, but people want to emulate it
Mhm.
when lots of people do it.
Yeah.
So I knew that with everybody doing it, I don't care if it was a foot tap. If everybody taps their foot at the same time, people are going to want to tap their foot too. It's
You're
just
right.
it's embedded, you know, to see something and people be involved in it and do it.
Yeah.
So it just really didn't matter what it was, as long as people seen that people were doing it, they were having fun with it, and that's the things that matter. And speaking of having fun with it, Superman is one of the people that I mean has fun with everything he does,
Every goddamn
every
thing
movement, every
he makes it fun,
routine. He makes it fun. He is literally the heart of the group because
bro.
he just has that mentality that he just, hey, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna have fun with it.
Yep.
It's game time, it's show time.
Mhm.
Like he was that person that just comes out and has fun with it.
He put
Didn't
on the
matter how
clothes,
hard it
and
was.
you already know it's time to go.
Yeah, yeah. He gonna put them fingers up. I mean, he gonna go into another move. He gonna add something. He
Yep.
feeling it. It's gonna be fun. And I mean, it just you can't help but feed off of that. That feeds off
Exactly.
and it bounces off everybody.
It
And when
does.
he get to going, it's on. We know we gonna have a good
That
night.
boy is a true hype man.
High feet, all of that. That's him. And like I said too, want to keep it like one person on the ballroom tip that people
Mhm.
don't give credit to where credit is due is James. This man has not been taken under anybody's wing. He has watched. I myself, when I came on and I really sought out to learn ballroom, I
Yeah.
had both two people who are phenomenal, you
Mhm.
know, Leo and Ballroom Chris,
Yeah.
who literally at the same time, side by side, took me and told me things to help me with the ballroom to make it my own, and to do the, just give it and pioneer it in that sense. James has looked at everybody. Nobody has taken, I haven't even taken him under my wing show. He's seen things and just looked and got it down and has his own, ballroom technique. It just, you gotta salute that. I mean, that's just talent. Not many people can do that. Not many people can watch it, something, and be a powerhouse at it, and this dude has watched, he has got moves, he worked on it, and I mean, just came out, boom. Just so never, if ain't never told you, that's impressive, bruh. That's something that you got. Keep doing it. We love it, man.
Factual.
Man.
Nothing but facts.
Yeah.
I was always the dude that was the, Super's role is the investigative reporter. So all he does is just sit back and observe and calculate and get a lot of the information and whatnot, and then present it to the people after he's dissected it and made it, trying to figure it out and put it into play. So it's the same way it was with me as far as my styling of the ballroom. Just sit back, observe, watch, and then, by having a little bit of rhythm and doing some dance, but not to the extent that you did, B, but just doing some of it. You learn rhythms and you learn, movements and stuff like that. So you take that and you incorporate that as well as, to try to make something on your own.
Yeah.
As far as the hype man thing, or if not that being that energy for the group, dude, and I'm quite sure that y'all probably are thinking the same thing. We never really wanted to be the people in the front.
Yeah.
No, I never.
Definitely did.
Right.
Yeah. I did not. Hence the reason why it's easy for me to be the DJ, because I ain't got to be in the front. I could be in the back doing my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I do it, I'm gonna bring some energy to it. I'm gonna bring some hype to it. I'm gonna bring some fun to it. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like in a movie, in most movies, like you don't necessarily have to be the lead man. You could be the supporting cast member and can still shine as a supporting cast member.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
With us, that's all I really wanted to do, was be the supporting cast member and be able to step up if I need to. But for the most part, it ain't about just me. It's about us, just us. So that's what I want to bring.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And just how we came up with a name, at the same time, just literally, I think, put everything into perspective, because I mean, we were playing the video game JustUs.
Right.
And we knew one of the things about having a group was definitely paying attention who you let into the group.
Yeah.
Sometimes people let people into the group and that they don't fit with their group, or they have other intentions and things like that. So we knew, letting a lot of people in our circle, we had to be careful about that. And we were like, okay, we're going to bring JustUs to the rink, but the way we do it is keep our circle tight and do it with just us. And bam, if it didn't click, I was like, just us. League. Just us.
Everybody can be us, but just us.
Just us. So that's how it was meant to keep our core tight, and if all else fails, it's just us. You know what I'm saying? Just us league. So we just adopted the superheroes right along with that, their names and personalities of who we sought out to fit. And bam, the Just Us League was born based off that. So, before Green Lantern throws me under the bus again, I gotta shout out a member who was part-time, or was a part-time member, once we formulated and came out back in 2009. We had a different Wonder Woman. So before he tried to gut punch me on the show, and be slick with a ring shot to the face, we got to shout out a member that we had from Atlanta, Brittany Ben. Shout out to her. She came on and did a lot of Atlanta style stuff, and I know our style was kind of hard to kind of adapt, but wanted to be down with the Justice League. We made a member, and things, went different ways. So, but we still on here. This is a show to salute everybody who was a part of the movement,
You're
and
part of shout out to
definitely
Brittany.
part of the movement.
He
So,
straight up took all my ammo out my gun.
man,
Hey man. Hey, I think he just Eminem'd you in 8 Mile.
yeah, yeah. You can't spit with me shooting these shots, lickety, splickety shots, the splickety split lickety. You ain't gonna work.
I was
No,
loading up, bro.
yo, B, you left him sitting there doing this.
Look,
Bang, bang.
you be shooting duds, my friend, duds. So as we wrap it up, we're gonna go ahead and get to the wrap up of the show. Again, this is the first of many skate talk. We just want to come in and introduce ourselves to our audience. We'll always have this show so that they can be more familiar with us, our antics, and how we came along to host parties and everything, to the event that we've done, and just rep St. Louis the way we've repped it. We're going to be talking about all kind of skate topics on here. We're going to have guest speakers, to come on our show and talk.
That one.
Yep. So I mean, we're really gonna take this thing and make this platform something. But like anything, hey, the skaters have supported us, so please continue to support us. Whether you love us or hate us, we're your Justice League, and we gonna be here for a long time. So you might as well just support us.
Hey, quick shout out,
Go ahead, Chuck.
DJ Slim, DJ Joe,
Boom.
Yes, sir.
DJ G Brown, DJ Slave, my man OD, and it's one other person. I guess that's it.
Ryan Caesar from Houston.
Ron
Man.
Caesar, I'm about to say, gotta shout
and
Ron Caesar out.
don't either.
Also, we want to shout out St. Louis groups who have come on, STL's Finest.
Yes, supported us day one.
Yeah, we want to shout out, and also another skater, Leighton Great CD Man, and his STL Rollers. Definitely gotta shout him out. He's been on the scene for a long time, and he's another one. Whether you love him or hate him, you had to respect his vision for wanting to support skating and keep it alive. Yeah, so definitely have to support them. We gotta support Rebirth as well. All the groups in St. Louis that have came along. Support Rolling for Backstoppers. Definitely that's a party for First Lady STL Finest. That's something you got to support. Our Rollerholics. Got to support them as well.
Detroit.
Definitely got to shout out Raph.
Yeah,
Raph Bryant in Detroit and his group. And their party in Detroit. Shout out to our Detroit people. Just we gonna be doing more shows. It's more shout outs. Gotta support St. Louis. Gotta support our guy Chad Ha. Skate Life. He's another one that took something of skating and made a platform for now people to see the skating that we do. So we gonna make a platform where people get to speak on it. He has made a platform where people see what's going on out there. So gotta shout that brother out. He's worked hard. So
Salute.
Yeah. So as we wrap it up, this is the Just Us League. We signing off. We'll holler at y'all on the next go round.
Take us out, James.
Diamonds are forever, and so is the Justice League. Tell them.
Justice League. Justice League. Justice League. Justice League. Justice League.